So here we go. So we're going to start out, go ahead and drop that blue spring. I mean, you know you can always keep it on if you want. And have that foot bar in that right foot position for you. We're going to go ahead and lie down on that carriage. Nice. Adjust yourself in between those shoulder rolls. And we're going to go ahead and start with those feet out wide on the foot bar. So on the balls of the feet, and we're going to keep the knees lined up with the heels. Lift those heels. Have your arms wherever it's comfortable. Find that neutral spine. And then use that exhale to press that carriage out. Get nice and long. And then inhale, bend the knees and come back in. We're going to keep those abdominals tight. Draw that pelvic floor up as we exhale. Again, a little bit slower. Resist those springs on the way back in. Three more. Bring that carriage in. I'm going to let those knees both fall over towards that right side. You can take and turn the gaze over that right shoulder if you can. And feeling that stretch maybe all the way up from the rib cage down through the hip. If you need a little bit more, you can take that right ankle and place it just above that left knee. Take another inhale there. Exhale. Come back through center. Take both feet out wide once again. And we're going to let those knees fall down to that left side. Again, same thing. It's about pressing your inner thigh on that right leg down towards the carriage. Finding some length between that rib cage and that knee. You can hook that left foot over. And if that doesn't cause any pain in the hip or the knee, and you can turn your head over towards that right side. Another breath. And exhale. Go ahead and come back through center. Release that knee. Put over the knee if you have it. All right, we're going to bring both those heels together right in the center of that foot bar. Balls of the feet. Pressing in. You're going to take an inhale here. Neutral spine. Exhale. Lengthen out. Inhale. Bring it back in. Still drawing those inner thighs together at the top, keeping those heels lifted, slowing it down. Three more. Long legs. And one. Good. Come all the way down. We're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together. You can rest on that foot bar and go ahead and allow both knees to come out to the sides. If you would like a little bit more of a stretch, you can bring those feet over the hips. Going to reach between those legs and wrap the hands around the outside edges of the feet. Draw those heels down towards the carriage. Open those knees out to the side. And then feel a nice long spine by lengthening that tailbone down towards the foot bar. Release the stretch. Bring the knees back to center. We're going to bring the feet back to the foot bar into parallel. Then lift up those heels. Exhale, lengthen that carriage out. And inhale, bring it back in. Nice long exhale. Keep those heels lifted, pressing through the balls of the feet. And 3. And last one. Bring that carriage in. This time we're going to bring the knees into the chest. You can keep the knees together. You can take them a little wider if you need a little bit more space. You can rock side to side. So stretching out that low back. And then we'll release and we'll roll up. We're going to take it down to 2 reds and a blue. And grab your ring if you have it and go ahead and set it to the side. All right, we're going to find that right foot on the foot bar in parallel and take that left knee into tabletop, shin parallel with the floor. Exhale, lengthen out. Inhale, bring that carriage back in. We're extending that knee on the exhale, bending on the inhale. Good. On this next one, go ahead and stay extended out. You can either grab the back of that left thigh, drawing that knee in towards the chest. You can interlace the fingers and place them on that shin, drawing that knee just a little bit closer into the chest. Good. Take another breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. On the inhale, we're going to bend that right knee, bring that carriage all the way down. You can keep that left knee pulled in if you like, or you can go ahead and bring it back to tabletop if this is uncomfortable. We're going to go ahead and take an inhale here. Exhale, lengthen out. Inhale, drop that right heel under the foot bar. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend that knee and come down. And again. So 4 breaths, nice and slow. Try to keep that pelvis neutral. So we have that space in the low back. 2 more. And this one, go ahead and drop that heel, press it under that foot bar. Draw that left knee towards the chest. Go ahead and lift that heel, and then bend that right knee and come all the way in. Nice, we're gonna release that left leg, extend it over that foot bar. Nice, exhale. We're gonna go ahead and turn that heel on that right foot slightly in, so we're in that narrow external rotation. Go ahead and turn the toes out on that left foot. And exhale, pull that left knee in as we extend out. Inhale, come back down. So keeping that rotation. Last one. Good. Bring it in. Go ahead and take both those knees into the chest. Good, and we'll switch it to the other side. So left foot's going to come onto that foot bar. Right knee's going to start in that tabletop. Lift up that heel on that left foot. Exhale, lengthen all the way out. Inhale, bring it back in. Pulling that navel up and in. Releasing the shoulders. Going a bit slower. Good, and 2. And 1. Stay extended out. Go ahead and pull that right knee into the chest. Again, you can have the hands on the back of the thigh or on that shin. One more breath, an inhale and an exhale. Good, we're going to bend that left knee and come all the way in. You can keep that right knee into the chest. Exhale, lengthen out. Inhale, drop that left heel. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bring that carriage back in. Good, extend, drop that heel. Exhale, lift. Inhale, come back in. Two. Stay extended out. Drop that left heel. Really press it under that foot bar. Pull that right knee into the chest. Good. And then we'll go ahead and lift that left heel. Bend that knee. Bring it in. Good. We're going to turn that left heel in slightly. Extend that right leg over that foot bar. Get in both feet in that narrow external rotation. Exhale, press out on that left foot. Pull that right knee in. And 3. And 1. Good. Bring everything in. Pull those knees into the chest. Shake out those feet if you need to. Good. We're going to grab that ring. We're going to take that right foot back to the foot bar. Go and extend that left leg up towards the ceiling with that ring around the ball of the foot. All right, so go ahead and bend and straighten a few times. Good, you can always keep that left knee bent, or you can straighten as you press that heel up towards the ceiling. Think about pulling your kneecap down towards your hip and engaging that quadricep muscle, allowing that hamstring to release. And take another breath in that stretch. Good, we're going to take that ring in the left hand. You're going to set up that right foot on that foot bar. Ball of the foot's going to press. You're going to exhale, lengthen out. Inhale, come back in. And it's more important to keep that pelvis neutral on that carriage rather than trying to pull that leg in towards your chest. It's okay to just release a little bit so that we can have those hip points. Again, pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Low back not pressing into the mat. Good, one more. Good, and bring it in. We're going to turn both of those feet into that external rotation. Exhale, lengthen out. And 3. And 1. Bring that carriage in. We're going to go ahead and take that left leg out towards that left side. Keep the hips pointing up towards the ceiling. You can let that right knee fall out. Good. Bring that left foot back up towards the ceiling. Both. We're going to take that right foot to that foot bar. Again, lengthen all the way out. I'm going to take that ring in that right hand and then go ahead and take that left leg across the body. And then we'll bring that left leg back up towards the ceiling, bend that right knee, bring that carriage back in. We're going to go ahead and release that ring from that left foot. And we're going to go ahead and take that right foot up towards the ceiling in that ring. And take a couple of bends of the knee here. All right, we're going to lift that heel up on that left foot. We're starting out in parallel. Exhale, lengthen out. Inhale, bring it back in. And neutral spine, keep that belly pulled in. Last one. Bring it in. We're going to turn that left heel into that narrow external rotation. Turn those right toes towards the shoulder. Exhale, press out. One more. Good. Bring that carriage in. We're going to take that right foot out towards that right side, that inner thigh stretch. And don't tilt over towards that right side. Stay in the middle of the carriage. Equal weight on that left hip as it is on the right. Good, bring that right foot back up towards the ceiling, left knee back up towards the ceiling as well. Lift up that heel on the left foot, go ahead and extend that carriage out. Switch that ring into that left hand and take that right foot across the body. One more breath. Bring that right foot back up towards the ceiling, bend that left knee, bring it in, Good. We're gonna go ahead and take that ring and set it to the side. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take it to one red and one blue spring. So from that last series, we're just gonna go ahead and take that red spring off. We're gonna go grab our handles. And bring it on down. And we're gonna go ahead and lay on the carriage with that head on that headrest. Good. And check those ropes. Make sure that they feel even. All right, we're gonna start with either of those legs in tabletop, so shins parallel with the floor, that knee directly over that hip, or you can extend those legs up towards the ceiling. We're gonna bring those hands in right over the shoulders, fingertips reach up. Exhale, we're gonna draw those palms down along our sides. Inhale, bring it back up. Three. Good. On this next one, we're going to hold those arms down along our sides, curl the head and shoulders up, so reach that chest towards the thighs. Good. We're going to inhale, drop those legs towards the foot bar. Exhale, bring them up towards the ceiling. Reverse curl. Get nice and slow. Keep moving those shoulder blades down the back. Good. 3. And 1. Good. Bring those knees to the chest. Take your low back stretch. Again, we're going to take those legs up towards the ceiling as straight as you can get them. They can stay slightly bent with those hands over the shoulders. Once again, going to exhale, press those palms towards the carriage. Inhale, they come back up towards the ceiling, not going past those shoulder rolls. Good. Keep that neutral spine on the carriage, that little space in the low back. Good. On this next one, reach those arms down along your sides, curl the head and shoulders up. We're going to open those legs out to the side, circle them down towards that foot bar, bring it back together, and back up towards the ceiling. Switch directions. And one more. Good, and then take your low back stretch. Maybe if it's good to wave those knees side to side with those feet on that foot bar. All right, go ahead and bring those knees into tabletop. Shins parallel with the floor. We're going to reach those arms down along our sides, palms face down towards the carriage. Go ahead and bend those elbows out to the side as those thumbs slide up the rib cage. Exhale, press those arms long. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Navel pulled in tight. Extend the arms on this next one. Leave them extended. Curl that head and shoulders towards the thighs here. Going to take an inhale as we extend those legs out. Exhale, pull the knees back into tabletop. Good. 3 more. And last one. Good, take that low back stretch. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take those legs back up to the ceiling in that 90. And knees can always be bent. Reach those arms up towards the ceiling. This time we're gonna go ahead and take the arms and the legs out to the side. Exhale, sweep everything down, curl the head and shoulders up. Inhale, bring everything back up towards the ceiling. Good, exhale, sweep, curl up. Inhale, bring everything back. Good, big circles with the arms and the legs. Coming up into that curl at the end of that exhale. Three more. And two. And one. Good, bend everything in. Bring those feet to the foot bar. You can go ahead and release those handles back behind you. Feels good, might wanna reach those legs over that foot bar. Reach those arms up and overhead around those shoulder rolls. Give that midsection a little stretch. Good, and we'll release. All right, from that last section, we're gonna go ahead and keep that red and the blue spring on, and we're gonna go ahead and put those foot loops on. All right, when we have those foot loops on, we're gonna go ahead and lay back down and head in between those shoulder rolls. Good, go ahead and place those foot loops around both feet. And again, check those lengths on the ropes. Good, we're gonna extend those legs out to about 30 degrees, so maybe about a foot or so above that, the foot bar. Have those arms somewhere comfortable at your hips or down along your sides. All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep the heels together, take the toes apart, and then just start making those little circles. Exhale as you bring the heels back together and then switch directions. Good, keep reaching long out of the hip. Good, bring those heels back together. Keep that narrow external rotation. Keep those heels glued together. We're gonna bend the knees out to the side. Bring those heels in towards the hips. Keep those hips down on the carriage. Exhale. Press those legs back towards the foot bar. Just a little slower. For 3. And 2. And 1. Extend those legs long. And keep that the external narrow rotation. But open those legs out to the side horizontally. Exhale, pull those heels back together. You can point those feet as we reach those legs out to the side. Exhale, flex feet, pull the heels back together. Just pretend you're drawing that horizontal line on the ceiling with those big toes. And 3. And 2. This time, leave those legs extended out, away from each other. If you like to grab those ropes, maybe draw those legs in a little bit closer. Might feel good to rock side to side. I'm on that low back and the hips. But keep those legs active though. Press those heels towards the ceiling. Pull those kneecaps down towards your hips. And then go ahead and bend both knees so that we can bring those legs back into the center. Extend them towards the foot bar. This time we're going to have those feet in parallel. Going to go ahead and inhale, bring those legs up towards the ceiling. Nice. Good. Keep that low back. And away from the carriage, the hips down. Exhale, press those legs towards the foot bar. Inhale, bring them back up to 90. Good. Exhale, press them down. Good. Keep thinking about drawing those inner thighs together, keeping them glued in. Two more. Good, let those legs come back up to the ceiling in that 90 and grab those ropes, let those hips lift up off the carriage if that feels good. You bend those knees slightly. Good, release those ropes if you have them. Go ahead and bend the knees into the chest. Take the heels towards the hips. The hips are going to stay slightly lifted off that carriage. We're going to go ahead and straighten those legs. Maybe they come kind of over your head. Exhale, pull those heels back towards your hips. It's a little hamstring curls here. So the hips are lifted. Knees stay into the chest. At 3. Good, and 1. Good, bring those hips down, extend those legs straight towards that foot bar. Good, we're gonna bend the knees into the chest, let those hips come up, maybe that low spine, as those knees come maybe more towards the face. Those arms are gonna be down along your sides, so just support this spine curl. Good, stretching into that low back. Maybe even that mid back there. Good, as we exhale, we're gonna roll the spine down one vertebrae at a time. As those hips come down, we're gonna go and extend those legs towards the foot bar. Again, inhale, and bend those knees in, let those hips lift up. Good, no compression in the neck here. So think of it as having maybe an apple there right at your throat, so you're gonna leave some space. And then when you're ready, exhale, start to roll that spine all the way down and extend those legs out long. We'll do that short spine one more time. Go ahead and bring those knees to the chest, let those hips and low back lift. Good, and then exhale, roll that spine all the way down. Good, bend both those knees into the chest. Go ahead and take those foot loops off one at a time as we bring those feet to the foot bar. And then go ahead and release those foot straps back behind us. All right, so with those foot loops still on, we're gonna go ahead and take it down to one blue spring. Nice. We're gonna remove this front shoulder roll. You need to roll up a towel or a small kind of blanket or use the ball right there for the head. You can. We're gonna go ahead and grab the front foot loop, so it would be this one on your left as you face towards the back of the carriage. We're gonna scoot down, bring our, just like the very back of our neck, the top of the shoulders to that headrest. So with that strap on that left foot, Go and extend that leg towards the foot bar. Check in. We're going to stack that rib cage. We're going to stack the hips over one another so that we're not leaning back or too far forward. Good. We're going to inhale, take that left leg up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, reach it down towards the foot bar. Good. Keep that rib cage, that bottom of that rib cage, kind of feel like we're going to lift it off the bottom of the carriage. And reaching that leg up towards the ceiling, keeping those hips stable. And 2. And 1. We're going to sweep this left leg forward. Again, keep the hips stacked, the rib cage stacked. And exhale, sweep that heel towards the foot bar. Squeeze it back behind you. Inhale, come forward. Nice, 6, squeeze. And 3. And 2. Good, and 1. Sweep that left leg back behind you. We're going to bend that knee into the chest. So that rope might be on the inside of the leg, it might be on the outside. Nice, with that, I'm going to go ahead and extend that left heel straight towards the foot bar, and then bend that knee back into the chest. And hips are still stacked, rib cage stacked. Press that heel towards the foot bar. Nice. Press and squeeze that glute as that heel extends. You got 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Extend that leg out. Gonna inhale, reach it up towards the ceiling, sweep it down in front. Exhale, sweep that leg back. So big front circles, let that leg come up. And without rocking the hips, sweep that leg back and up and around. Good. And 2. And 1. Good. Go ahead and bend that knee in. We're going to remove that foot strap. And we'll go move over to the other side. And again, same blue spring. You have that headrest there and that back behind you. Going to go ahead and take ourselves down. And again, line those kind of hips up in that straight line. Stacking the hips so you can stack the rib cage. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and take that right foot in that front strap. Good, extending that leg out. Nice. Find that stability and lifting that left side of that rib cage up away from the carriage slightly. And we're going to go ahead and take that right leg up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, press it back down towards the foot bar. And 3. Good, and 1. Press it down towards the foot bar. Sweep that right foot in front of you. Exhale, press that heel back behind you. glute squeeze. Good. 3. And 1. Extend that leg out. We're going to bend that right knee in towards the chest. And then as you exhale, press that heel towards the foot bar. Squeeze that glute as you press. 2 more. Good. We're going to take that leg back up towards the ceiling, sweep it down in front. Exhale, sweep that foot back towards the foot bar, up towards the ceiling, round in front. And are those hips stacked? Is that rib cage stacked? Are we staying light under that rib cage? One more, big circle. Good, bend that knee. Go ahead and take that strap off. And release. Okay, so we've removed the shoulder rolls. We're gonna have it on 2 red springs. And go ahead and climb onto that carriage, grab those handles. Good. We're gonna go ahead and sit about a palm print or so from the back side of the carriage, legs off to the side. Good. We'll start with those ropes crossed. Nice. Sit up nice and tall. We're gonna roll those shoulders down. Nice. And then exhale, we're gonna pull those elbows back as we flip those palms up towards the ceiling. And just slowing everything down a little bit, keeping that tension on the ropes. Good, pull that navel back towards the spine. As we pull up through that pelvic floor every exhale. Good, 3. And 1. Extend those arms out, keep those palms facing towards the floor, lift them up just a little bit higher. Exhale, pull those elbows back. Good, keep reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, tops of the shoulders down. And 1. Nice. Good. We're going to go ahead and uncross the ropes. Good. Go ahead and bring those legs up over that headrest. Glue those inner thighs together. I'm going to flip the palms up towards the ceiling. Bring those elbows in towards your side. Start to hinge back until you feel those abdominals start to engage. Good. Exhale. We're going to take those hands to the shoulders. Bicep curls. Good. Again, controlling the tension on those ropes. And 2. And 1. Good. Take that stretch over those legs. Round the spine. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Let those shoulders go. Maybe even move that head side to side to release the neck. go ahead and roll up. I'm gonna go ahead and take it down to just one red and one blue. Good. We're gonna take that left handle in the right hand. So go ahead and set the other one down. Good. We're gonna go ahead and have that hand reset, redo. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take it down to a red and a blue spring. I'm gonna start with that left handle in the right hand. Palm's gonna start facing down. Gonna exhale, pull that elbow back towards the rib cage, flip that palm up towards the ceiling, twist over towards that right side, and then inhale, come back towards center. Finding that rotation in the obliques, the abdominals, the rib cage. Good. 4, 3, twist, and 1. Good. Extend that arm out straight. I'm going to roll that shoulder back and down. Going to keep that palm facing down towards the floor. Exhale, pull that elbow straight back. Last one. Good. We're going to switch right over to the other side. So taking that right handle in the left hand, sitting up nice and tall, palm faces down. Exhale, pull that elbow back to the rib cage, twist over towards that left side. Going to keep that wrist straight. Rotating back to center. And 2, and 1. Good. Extend that arm out. I'm going to keep that chest forward, lift that hand up just slightly. Again, straight wrist. Exhale, pull that elbow straight back. Either in line with that shoulder or slightly lower. Keep that left shoulder down. And 2, and 1. Good. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch again. So we'll have that left handle in the right hand. We're going to take one blue spring off. There's only one blue spring. Wish there was more. All right, this time, same thing, a little slower, a little lighter spring, more of a stretch. Palm's gonna face down on this first one. We're gonna exhale, pull that right elbow back, twist over towards that right side. Come all the way back through center and then cross center for a little twist to the left side. So a full rotation. Moving that rib cage around that spine, using those obliques to twist. One more. Good. Extend out. We're going to pull that elbow straight back. Keep that palm facing down towards the floor. Rotate towards the right. Back through center. And again, rotate towards the left. And 2. And 1. Good. Back through center. I'm going to keep that left hand on the right hand. Bring those legs up over that headrest. Turn the palm up towards the ceiling. Bring that elbow in towards the rib cage. I'm going to turn that right shoulder towards that left rope. Start to hinge back. And hand can be at your hip or on that carriage. I'm going to go ahead and curl that palm towards the shoulder. Glue those legs together. shoulders down. Lift the chest. And 3. And 1. Good. Go ahead and come forward. Drop that left handle. Take that stretch over the legs. Good. And then roll up. And then we'll go ahead and grab that right handle in the left hand. And sitting up nice and tall. Exhale. Going to take that left elbow back as we rotate towards that left side. Palm turns up towards the ceiling. Come back and through center, twisting over towards that right side. One more. Extend that left arm out. This time we're going to keep that palm facing down. Take that elbow back. Twist over towards that left, back through center and to the right. And 2. And 1. Good. We're going to keep that handle in that left hand. Bring those legs up over the carriage. Turn the palm in, elbow in. Start to hinge back as that left shoulder comes towards that right rope. Exhale when you're ready. Take that palm towards the shoulder, bicep curl. And controlling that tension in that rope. Pulling that chest towards the ceiling. And 3. And 1. Nice. Again, take that stretch over the legs. Drop that handle. Good. And then go ahead and roll yourself up. All right, so back on that carriage, we're going to go ahead and take that blue spring back on. So we've got a blue and a red. Going to take those feet up wide on that foot bar. Hands are going to come down into the middle. You want to scoot yourself up just as far as you can. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, straighten those legs, finding that stretch, maybe the shoulders, the back. Good, bring it in. We'll do that one more time. Exhale, take it out. Good, inhale, bring it back in. What? Oh my goodness. What? Why is it with a wolfies?